What's up, ballers? I don't know why I'm calling you a baller, but hello. It's a little bit dark in here. It's really hot today, so I'm turning the lights. I'm only using one light. I am a little tired today. I'm not gonna lie. My wife was on one of the morning shows here locally today on NBC. I had a late night last night getting the podcast ready for today. And I was hosting a trivia thing last night. So it's been for somebody that doesn't do a lot, it's been a long couple of days. But with that being said, we've got some baseball dailies to finish up. We're going to finish strong. I'm going to another baseball game tonight. That's 2 in 2 weeks. And it's the Giants again. I mean, who else am I going to go to? I'm not going to go to an A's game. But I'm pretty excited. I'm going to meet up with David from the 1988 Tops podcast, which is it's not one of my, it's my favorite. Besides Two Strike Noise, of course. Actually, you know what? I like it better than Two Strike Noise. I don't listen to the Two Strike Noise podcast. Haven't listened to it for a while. At least not in its entirety. But I do listen to the 88 Tops podcast. So it's my favorite one. So I'll be seeing him tonight. I'm pretty excited about that. I've got this I'm going to take with me. Some 88 Tops. We're going to open it up. We're going to take a camera. We'll open it up. Talk some baseball. Hopefully watch the Giants lose. All right. With that being said, though, let's get into our baseball dailies, shall we? We didn't do well. God damn it! Why does it keep going to that? I don't need you to see my stream keys. Why? That's not cool. Don't clip that. Well, I guess you can't really see anything there anyway. But don't do that again. Well, that's just not cool. That's not cool at all. All right, give me a second here. Let's go back to this. Why did it do that? We don't need to see that stuff. We got that. There we go. My goodness, why has it got to be so finicky? There we go. We got it right. All right, let's do some baseball dailies. We struggled a bit on Wednesday. We went 1-2. I don't think we've done that ever. But those were two hard ones that we knew were going to be hard. So I think we're going to be able to close it out better today. Let's see what we've got. We're 4-2. So we only need one to make a winning week. Let's go ahead and see what we got. Let's go catchers first. All right, we got Victor Caratini and Barrera. Victor Caratini, assuming that, I mean, that's not a common name. Victor Caratini, I don't know who he played for. I think this is a recent game, but I don't know. Victor Caratini, for some reason, I think it's a Guardian. I don't know. I'm not sure on that one. Nope. All right, let's go pitchers. All right. So we got Max Scherzer and Joe Musgrove. Now, the problem with Scherzer is that he has pitched for 72 major league teams, and the fact that there's only 32 tells you something. So Joe Musgrove and Max Scherzer. I don't know Joe Musgrove, who he pitched. This team is still a mystery to me. I know the players. I don't know who it is. So for Scherzer, I mean, this could be the D-backs. It could be the Tigers. It could be the Nats. Is this the National? Could this be the Nationals versus the Astros World Series? I have a feeling that's what it is. We're going to go with the Nats. There we go. I think we knew what this one was once I figured out what this team was. 2021, Alcides Escobar caps Nationals comeback. You think both pitchers, Joe Musgrove, was it with the Padres? I think you're right. I think Joe Musgrove was with the Padres and threw a no-hitter because I remember that card in the show. I think you're right. Comeback homer and walk-off single by Steven C. Weiner. I'm going to go with Weiner. Steven C. Weiner. All right, this is 2021. It's a COVID year. Padres and... Oh, this is Padres. This isn't even the World Series. I thought... Or no, this is 2021, so not COVID year. I was going to say, I thought everybody used the DH in the COVID year and then not the next year, which is this year. I think 2021 was the last year they didn't use the DH. So this is just a regular season game, but you are correct. They both threw no-hitters. Let's see. This is 2021. Pretty high-scoring game. I don't think we had the pitch clock yet. I think that was in 2022. So I'm going to say this was a 3-hour and 46-minute game. The away teams won all. Wow. I remember that now, but man, I don't remember what happened yesterday. Like I remember earlier today thinking what did the Mets do yesterday? And it took me like 10 minutes to remember they didn't play yesterday. So, like I said, I got up early because my wife was on TV. I had to watch that, and I'm still trying to wake up. All right, I said 3 hours and 38 minutes? Let's go with that. That counts as a win right there. 340. I'm giving myself 2 minutes leeway either way. Let's see here. Who else would have helped us on the Padres? Trent Grisham, well, Tati, Cronenworth, which, I mean, these would have given it away. But we didn't need that team. We got Trey Turner, Juan Soto, Bell, Harrison, Baby Shark. We were going to get this one way or the other, but we did it. Emilio Pagan, Drew Pomeranz. All right, so we're 500 for the week. Woo! We did it. 5-2. After Wednesday, I was worried. All right, let's see what we got next. Let's go with the catchers. More Mannion, please. I don't know of a catcher named Moore. Mannion? Peyton Mannion? No, that's not it. Wasn't there a TV show called Mannion in like the 70s or something? I don't know. Man, like he was a private dick. Dude, the Rockford Files. I think I want to watch that. I never watched it when it was on because I was too young. But I think it's pretty cool, and I think I want to go watch it and see if it's as cool as I think it is. I don't know. I don't know why I'm telling anybody that. All right. Mannion and Moore. This stream of consciousness stream today. Just saying what comes to mind. Mannion and Moore. I mean, we're just gonna guess an old team at this point. I don't know. Let's go with. I don't know if we've had the Tigers this week. We'll go with the Tigers. Mannix was the name of the show. Doesn't matter. I got it. It's better to be lucky than good. That's all I'm saying. September 26, 1926, Tigers' Bob Fothergill hits for a natural cycle on the last day of the season by prolific author Mike Huber. Bob Fothergill. I want to say I've heard that before, but I'm not sure. I don't remember a natural cycle by him, and I just 1,000% guessed Tigers. let's see, 1926, last day of the season. So these guys all want to get on their private planes and they want to fly to a golf course somewhere not in Detroit in 1926. Okay, maybe they wanted to jump on the train and get back to Iowa to work on their farms. 1926, though, this was a high-scoring game. This was still a buck 51 is how long this one took. I'm sure it's going to be weak. They're probably both bad teams. Oh, wow, and it was raining, too. No attendance. They counted it on their fingers. That's really close there. So I've been a total of 8 minutes off both games. A total of 8 minutes off. Maybe that's what we should do. We should keep track of my time guessing too and see. We're going to do that. We're going to start that next week. We're going to do that. All right. Let's see. 11-2. No attendance. Baby Doll Jacobson again. We've had him a couple of times recently. Oh, okay. Well, we were going to get this one because we would have gone with second base, and the Mechanical Man is the giveaway every time. Heine Manouche. It would have taken me a while to get into Detroit, but we got there anyway. Oh, this is oh my God, a double header on the last day of the season. Why? The Tigers clearly aren't going to the playoffs. The Red Sox, I'm pretty sure, are not as well. No attendance. Nobody was there. Nobody was there. Fothergill went 1 for 4 in the second game after the 5 for 5. That's not a bad way to end the season. 6 for 9. 5 ribs. I'll take that. All right. We're doing good. All right. 6-2. 6-2. 127 on that. What was that? The time of game? I didn't look at the time of game. 127. They were like, let's get the hell out of here. If Mike Witt was there, he would have thrown another no-hitter. All right, here we go. Final game of the week. What can we do to this bad boy? Can't start with catchers. What happens if we go DH and there's no DH? We just lose that and we have to guess blindly? I'm not going to try it. Let's go pitchers. Oh, yes. Yes. We've got Glav Daddy and we've got Tim Wakefield. Now, this is where we use our big brain. I know these two teams, and it's clearly the Pirates and the Braves, because Glavine never pitched when it was Oh no, I want to take that back. Let's run that back. Glavine did pitch during interleague, so this could be the Red Sox at Atlanta. I take all that back. This could be a playoff game from like 91 or 92, though. Could be like an NLCS game. This could be the Barry Bonds, Bobby Bonilla, Andy Van Slyke, Mike LaValliere, Sid Bream. Oh, this could be the Sid Bream game. So we're going to go with the Braves. Even though we had the Boston Braves earlier, we're going to go with Atlanta because Atlanta won that game. And Sid Bream was on the Braves that year, not the Pirates. All right, here we go. Can we get 2 back-to-back? Yeah, I think we could waste a I am Rich. Thank you very much. Monday was not a good day. Wednesday we had a decent stream. I made it the whole way through, and we're going to do it today, one way or the other. I'm just tired because my wife was on TV kind of early today, and so I got up to watch it, and I had a long day yesterday, so I'm fighting it today. All right. we're on the verge here of, I think, going back-to-back jacks to end the week. Here we go. Oh, no, darn it. All right, we're going to do it, though. We're going to go DH, even though we know there is no DH. This is how cocky I'm getting. DH. Oh, no. Oh, wow. Are you going to go to that? I know Spanky is still to this day bitter, claiming that he was out. Like, I heard a podcast with him, and he is bitter that he was out. Sid Bream was out on the slide. All right, let's go Buccos. The Pittsburgh Buccaneers. I almost chose Crawford's. There we go. 1992 Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's back. Wakefield. Oh, no. I am so dyslexic, I can't even begin to tell you. Pirates back at Wakefield with an offensive explosion in Game 6 of NLCS. I know exactly where I was during this game. Frank Ittner. That's a new name. I've not seen an article by Frank Ittner before. I was in my freshman year at Washington State University, watching this on a very small TV in the Gannon dorms, dodging fire alarms because it was an initiation thing, I think, for fraternities to go and pull fire alarms in dorms. And we were trying to watch baseball. I had found my people already, the people that wanted to watch baseball. And we had to keep leaving, so we just put the TV in the window, faced it out so we could see it from the lawn where we had to stand. Frank Ittner. All right, this is a playoff game in 1992, so it's going to be long. It's not going to be like 2000s long, but it's going to be 3 hours and 48 minutes still. 3:48. What now? 250. Okay, see, that'll destroy my time for this week. One of the other guests went to my high school. Are they an author or a player? I think you should go. I mean, Sid Bream, I would make a track for Sid Bream. I'm a little frustrated. Our local Saber here seems to just have the same people over and over again, and it's usually authors, which are great. I mean, we have a lot of them on the show, on the pod. But I enjoy listening to players because those stories that they tell that you're not going to get in a book or in a regular interview are so fantastic. I love them. I would definitely go. Cody Oh, I know that name. Well, if you got two players, I would go. Do it. And film it and send it to me so I can watch it. Or do you have a Zoom? Ours are all on Zoom here as well. Let me know. Let's see here. We were going to get this one 1,000%. Look at that. I named off. Lloyd McClendon. No Bobby Bowe. Must have been hurt. Maybe he was in the back with Ricky playing cards at this point. We got Bonds. We got Van Slick. We got Jay Bell, who I used in the grid yesterday. We got Gary Reedus. Jeff King, who I was trying to use in the grid yesterday. Sluggo behind the plate. We got Chico, who's on our do not talk about list, even though I like him. Wakefield. Got Otis Nix. Oh, these names, man. This was my time. Like, this is when all I did, I would skip classes as a freshman. Jeff Manto's. I'm flying out. That's a lineup right there. Sid Bream, Cody Eppley, and Jeff Manto? Man, jelly. We would skip classes and go buy boxes of baseball cards and just open them up all day. The money I was supposed to be using for books, I used on baseball cards. Damon Berryhill got the start. How old was Javi at this point? What year is this? This is 1992. Javi, okay, he was a rookie, so that explains why he didn't start. Damon Berryhill, Lemmer. We got Skates. Dion made an appearance. There it is, Francisco Cabrera. I mean, this wasn't the game. This was the first year with the Mets for Bobby Bo. Okay, nice. So are you a Mets or an Atlanta fan? Are you a fellow Mets fan? Now, me, I'm there with you. And I like Bobby Bonilla. I like him because he's always smiling, and he and Ricky were apparently really good friends. So, at least card friends. And he would show you the Bronx. Wakefield with the complete game. Nice. Glav Daddy went 1 inning. That checks. I hated working Glavin games for several reasons. One, he was a slow worker. Oh, wow. Are you still a Met season ticket holder? Because if so, when I come to New York, I'm hitting you up. Because I don't have any connections at the Mets. Glavin was a slow worker, first of all. Like, oh my God, the TBS guys hated working his games too. But also the first inning, he was awful. He was just awful in the first inning. So a slow first inning. Like, ugh. Let's see. We got Lee Brandt. We've got Starvin Marvin. We got Merck. And then Wohlers comes in. Yep. All right. Let's fucking go, Mets. I'm worried for this weekend, man. They're slumping and they're going to go play the best team in baseball. But seriously, I'm going to hit you up. We're not planning on going to New York, I don't think, in the next 2 months. Next year though, I'm going to hit you up cuz I have not been to Citi Field. I've been to Shea, but I haven't been to Citi Field yet. All right. So, let's take a look at our stats for the week. 7-2. Not bad. I'm not lying. I think that's what Andrew went this week. And if we can equal Andrew, that's a win. Those 2 games were hard. We were not going to get the 2 games that we missed. We did have 2 homers. So I'll take it. Thank you again for this. I love that. I have seen an uptick on the next year. All right. I have seen an uptick on the YouTube views as well, which is good because that helped me. Twitch doesn't help me at all because I'm not partnered. But YouTube does help me with that monetization. So that's awesome. And I appreciate it. I appreciate the game. And I really need to just sit down and finish that article because I'm writing an article. I need to finish it so that it can get published and I can get my game on here. How awesome would that be? That's a bucket list thing, is getting my game on here. All right. Let's do a quick daily walk-off. I killed it yesterday or whenever the last time I did this. Let's see, 350 plus walks for the A's. 90s top 5 games pitched. That'll be good. That'll be easy. Played for the Dodgers and a 45 plus double season with the A's. Nap. I see my boy Napoleon. Let's go with the top 5 games pitched in the 90s first. Because we just look for pitchers. So we'll go with Billy Taylor. Because he was a closer. Dan Herron did not pitch in the 90s, so we're going to throw him over here on the Dodgers. Honeycutt can go here or the Dodgers as well. Eck is over here. Scott Kazmir didn't pitch that many games with the A's, so I'm going to put him over here. And Almedo, Tony Phillips, I don't think either of them played for the Dodgers. Did Campy play for the Dodgers? Maybe Campy did. Not sure. 45. I think. In fact, I'm positive Lowry had some big doubles years. Billy Taylor, ex-Met too. Yep, absolutely. He is like the forgotten closer of the Oakland Athletics. It went from Eck to Billy Taylor, and then it went like Koch and some other forgotten guys. But boy, because Billy Taylor was the closer when they were really bad. Really bad. Signs played for the Dodgers. Okay, I will take your word for it. I don't remember, but I know these two did. Doubles. I can see Phillips hitting that many doubles. I can see Lajoie hitting that many doubles. No, Lajoie was late. Or did he come up with the A's? Because he's Cleveland most of his career. I'm going to leave him there. I'm going to put Campy over here just because... I'm going to put Campy here. I think we've got these two columns sussed, and then we'll work these out. Oh, yeah. Okay. So we're going to put Campy back over here. We'll put Phillips over here too. I know Lowry's there. Boom. Did it. How many? Did we have any outs? Not even any outs. There we go. We doing it. All right. I have not looked at the grid today. We got White Sox. We got Expos and an All-Star. We got the Tigers. We've got the Twins and a 10-win season. No Mattingly Square. No Ricky Squares. What the heck's up with this? That's very disappointing. Very disappointing. I know Adam, who runs this, posted his top players that he used, and he just got Julio Franco's his most used player, and he just got him to 100 uses. So I posted mine in response because I've got Ricky at over 200 right now. That's a lot. All right, let's go Detroit. Let's go Detroit here. Well, no, this is going to be the hardest one for me is a 10-win season, just because that's the way I roll. We do have a Dave Stewart square. We can at least do that. I think this will be a low number, too. Very low. Very low. But, I mean, everyone's going to get a low score there. 10-win season for the Expos / Nacionales. Let's go with El Presidente. What do you think? I mean, Pedro could fit in there, I think. I mean, if we go to the Nats, you got Scherzer, those kind of guys. But we're going to go with El Presidente. Denny Martinez. I guess we need to put Dennis Martinez. 5%. It's a little bit higher than I would have thought. 10-win season for the White Sox. We're going to do it. Eddie Cicotte. Wow, 2% for Eddie Cicotte. That seems high. I was expecting like a 0.2. Excuse me. Dude was a good pitcher when he was trying to win. A very good pitcher when he was trying to win. All right. Let's see here. Let's kick out the All-Stars here for the Twins and the Tigers. I'm pretty sure that Senior Smoke was not an All-Star. Otherwise, we would use him. I think I'm going to go... I thought about Chuck Knobloch, but I think I'm going to go with Herbie. Even though he is the grandfather of the 2-1 stirrups. I think we're going to go with Herbie. Okay. Could have been lower. All-Star for the Tigers. You know who doesn't go there? Kirk Gibson. Never an All-Star. Let's see. We can go... probably put Denny Martinez. Denny McLain there. Just did him. Was it last week podcast was on Denny McLain? Let's see. We could also put probably Jack Morris would fit there. Maybe Frank Tanana. Tram would go there. Lou. Oh, we're gonna put Lou Whitaker. That's what we're doing. We're putting Lou because he left his gear in his car at the airport, and he had to buy the jersey and get the marker, and it looks great. All right. Now it's just down to players. We got Tigers and the White Sox. Let's go down the Expos first. Try and keep it in Montreal versus Washington. So let's see. We've got Gary Carter didn't play for any of these teams. Randy Johnson didn't play for any of these teams. I don't think Rusty Staub played for these teams. Casey Candell, Andres Galarraga, Curtis. Oh, here we go. Curtis Pride. Curtis Pride, the deaf player. Bam. So, okay, well, Mark was in Cooperstown. Curtis Pride was there, along with a couple of other guys. A publisher was there. And Curtis Pride was, I think he was with Denny McLain, actually, if I'm remembering correctly. And the author was like, yeah, he'd written books about all these guys, of which Pride was one, and said that they would come on the pod and bring the players. So, Curtis Pride, there we go, deaf player. Let's see, Expos and the Twinkies. Let's name some other players here from the Expos. Andre Dawson, Warren Cromartie. Who else was on Les Expo? Wasn't Gerald Williams, but he wasn't here. No Dan. Well, I guess we named some Twins. No Dan Gladden. No Tom Bernansky. Let's see. We did Nobby. Rafael Belliard. Is Rafael Belliard? He was on Atlanta. I don't think he was on the Twins. Let's see. We got Gagne, Gagne. Tom Pagnozzi behind the plate. I don't think he played there. Let's see, Jack Morris, Scott Erickson, Jeff. Oh, there we go, Jeff Reardon. This is how my brain works. I gotta just list names and then figure out if they work for me or not. All right, so now we're just down to this column. We're just trying to get 9. We're trying not to get number ones in any of these categories. So I'm gonna guess like Tomei might even be number 1 here. Or Frank Thomas. Didn't Frank Thomas play for the Twins for like 1 year between the A's and the Blue Jays? I don't remember. All right, let's think of White Sox. We'll just go down the list here. Start behind the plate, AJ Przinsky. That might actually be a number 1 right here. Ron Kittle, Ron Karkovice. Ooh, did Karko play here too? Detroit, Ron Karkovice. I don't think he did. Did Kittle play here? I don't remember. Let's see. We got Konerko and Thomas. We're not going to use Thomas. Ray Durham at second base. Didn't play on either of those two teams. Did Dan Gladden play for the White Sox at one point? I don't remember. I know he played for the Giants. That's about all I remember. Let's see. Robin Ventura. Ozzie Guillen. Sammy Sosa. Let's see. We've got... Who didn't Bobby Bonilla come up with the White Sox or something, or the Phillies? I think it was the White Sox, but he didn't play on these two teams. Kenny Lofton, but he didn't play on these two teams. Rock didn't play on these two teams. Ellis Burks, I believe, played here, but not on these two teams. Nick Swisher played for the Sox at one point. Let's think of some pitchers. Jack McDowell. This one shouldn't be this hard, and yet I am struggling here. And I didn't say Fisk just because I know obviously Fisk didn't play for these two teams. But maybe we need to name some Tigers. That'll help us out. Cecil. Behind the plate. I'm thinking. No Ron Karkovice. Did Kittle play here? I don't think he did. Scott Livingstone. Outfielders for the Tigers other than Gibson. Tony Phillips. How about Tony Phillips? That'll work. Let's go with Tony Phillips. He was just on the starting nine. Or no, the daily walk-off. All right, so now we just got Twins and White Sox. Let's name... Oh, we've already named Twins. This shouldn't be that hard. The Twins and the White Sox. I mean, we're not going to put Tomei here. We're just not. Twins and White Sox. Why is this one so hard? Twins and White Sox. Boy, I would love it if Senior Smoke had played for the White Sox too. I don't think LaTroy Hawkins played for the White Sox. Bartolo didn't play for the Twins, did he? I don't think he did. Julio Franco didn't play for the Twins. Mike Morgan, I don't remember. Matt Stairs played for the White Sox. I don't think he played for the Twins. What other cheat codes do we have? I don't think any of the cheat codes work here, which is rare. A non-cheat code guy. How about Charlie Leibrandt? No. I'm trying to think of relievers for like those Twins teams, and I can't think of any. And I can't think of any pitchers that I haven't named already for the White Sox. Bobby Thigpen. I don't know. Steiny obviously played for the Twins, didn't play for the White Sox. Matt Walbeck. I don't know where I pulled that one from. Oh. Now, my only concern here is that Al Newman is a coach for the White Sox and didn't actually play for them. That's my worry here. I don't think Steve Lyons played for the Twins. Super Joe McEwing played for the White Sox. I don't think he played for the Twins. Warren Newsom played for the White Sox. I don't think he played for the Twins. I think we're going to go with Al Newman here. Now, again, Al Newman, I know, has coached for the White Sox. We're going to do it. It's Friday. What the heck? I don't think this is going to work, but we're going to do it. No. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. All right, average score was 7.6. That's about what we got. Jim Thome was number one. We were not going to do that. Mags, all right, that's a good call. Again, we're not going for number ones. These are all way too hard or way too high as scores. Thome, Nelson Cruz, Puck, Mark Burley. I did think of that, but again, we don't want these numbers. Steven Strasburg, number one. Okay. And Mad Dog was number one. See, at 3%, you're going to get a low score there regardless. The hardest one was the Expos and the Twins. Who did we have there? We had Jeff Reardon. Came up with isn't Reardon in the Hall of Fame? No, he's not. Should he be? 367 saves. He was the all-time career saves leader at one point. 3.16 ERA, a 1.22 ERA plus a 1.12 WHIP for a closers, a 1.19 WHIP, so 1.12. It's pretty. That is kind of high for a closer. I'm not gonna lie. 3.49 FIP. It's a little high too. I don't know. You know, I don't think he's a Hall of Famer in my book. Let's see what his JAWS is. As a reliever, he had an 18.6. The average Hall of Famer is a 37.8. So not even halfway there. Yeah, he's not a Hall of Famer. He's half of a Hall of Famer, actually. Okay. Well, that's why we look it up. All right. So this square. Oh, that's what I want to look and see who we could have gotten here. Jim Cott, Carlton Thome, Al Simmons, Early Wynn. See, I don't go back that far usually. Let's pick out names that I should have gotten. Moberg. Wouldn't have gotten that one. Bartolo did work. Dang it. None of these names are names that Chick Gandil. There's another Black Sox guy. Another guy who's a great player. Liam Hendricks. I did not know he played for the Twins. I'm going to be honest there. The Jacksons. Okay, that's not Randy. That's not the Randy Johnson. Sad Sam. Pat Kelly. I wouldn't have come up with that, but Pat Kelly. Lance Lynn. Isn't Lance Lynn is a cheat code, isn't he? Yeah, not so much, but he's there. Przinski would have worked there. Yeah, probably should have. I say he would have worked there and we weren't going to use him. Ruben. Okay, there's who I should have used. I didn't remember he was with the Twins at any point. Thome. Not gonna lie, these are a lot of names that I would not have come up with. Yeah. We probably should have just gone with Przinski. Irvin Santana. There's Swervin' Irvin. All right. Well, you know, it's not bad. We did okay. Overall, not bad. I'm happy with it. We'll take it. Thank you everybody for watching. It's Friday. Go have a good weekend. Watch some baseball this weekend. Stay hydrated. Be good to each other. Take care of yourself. And we will see you on Monday. I'm gonna go watch some baseball in person tonight. I'm gonna go record a podcast here now, but yeah, we'll see you